So when you're doing business, any country, any area, any category, there's this thing about adding value, charging money. Okay, I'm going to give you a couple of examples. And hey, guys, if you don't know, then a lot of my podcasts, a lot of my the recordings that are a little bit longer formats are on Spotify. So you can check me out on Spotify. If you like the content, you might enjoy it a little bit more. It's business oriented. It's Dubai real estate. And sometimes I take questions on life as well. If you're listening to this on YouTube, remember to hit the like, subscribe, and bell icon. And obviously, you can always leave me a comment in the comment section. Sometimes I'll answer your questions, okay? Let's talk about business. Whether you're new to business or you've already been in the business world for a while, I think you might be able to relate to this. Promising value, delivering value, and sometimes over-delivering value allows you to charge more money. Okay. Sometimes also what might happen is you have a lot of value, but you're not able to deliver that through. And I'm going to give you a couple of examples today. So recently I was traveling and I arrived in a country. I don't want to name the country because XYZ reason. Like, one, I'm not being paid to promote the country. Two, I don't want to mention countries and names unless I necessarily absolutely have to. Okay. So check this out. The moment I arrive at the airport, right, you generally end up getting a porter who's there. Yes, I was not flying private, so, I had to manage my own bags. But generally speaking, you land at international airports in most countries, okay? Most countries that are encouraging tourists to arrive. The moment you arrive there, you've got a porter, somebody who's going to help you with the bags. This is just an extra source of income for the economy, the airport, but it's also a source of helping people come to the country, right? So people who might be older, some people who might be frail, some people who might be going through a little bit of a sickness, perhaps, somebody who's unwell, generally need a porter, somebody who's going to help you manage your bags all the way from the belt to the car, the taxi, the limousine, what have you. So I land in this amazing, nice, clean country, and there aren't a lot of porters at the airport. Well, I did end up finding 3 who were immaculately dressed, looked really nice, and I approached them and I said, look, would you be able to help me with the bags? And they're like, yes. It didn't look like they wanted to or didn't want to. They were there, but they weren't eager to, do that. So here's an example of a place which is very laid back. They've got the porter service, but they're not aggressively, pursuing it. And then something very interesting happens. When they're managing your bags, I think the way they charge you is $5 per bag. And I ended up having 5 bags and 2 were really small. So, with the help of a translator, I asked them, how much do I have to pay you? And the gentleman says, look, it's $5 per bag. So I had 2 small bags and 3 bigger ones. And then I tell him, I give him $25. And then he looks back at me and the translator and he says, he took the $25, but when we were back with the translator, he said, look, he's given me $25. He was only meant to give me 15 because the 2 small bags, he didn't really count them as bags because they were small carry-on luggage, you could say. And then he looked at me and I said, look, you can keep the $10. And then he said, he was very specifically, he said, is it halal? Is it okay? I don't want to overcharge you. Does he want to give me that $10? And I said, yes, that's fine, right? So here's this amazing country where people are very honest, very nice, but they're lacking this push to really service you, to give you that VIP experience. And I felt this at departure, there are no porters. You can't find porters. I don't know. And it's kind of bad. What if there are old people traveling alone? Old people generally maybe beyond 65 or older ladies traveling old beyond 65, right? Or somebody who's unwell. What if they need help with their baggage and luggage? So here's this country that's promoting tourism, but they've got to think through the complete value chain of making sure once the tourist lands, give them the best experience possible. Am I right or wrong? Right or wrong, right? And that's where there's a business lesson, okay? Add value, take and charge money. Sometimes add more value, take and charge less money, right? So when you land at the Dubai airport, there are porters. Like there has been maybe only once in the last many years, and maybe I was landing on New Year's Eve or something, like when it was quite busy. The airport was busy, where I had some trouble finding a porter, but I ended up getting a porter. It wasn't like an impossibility, right? To help with the bags and the luggage and all that. So add value to the tourists and then charge them, right? It's not free. The porters aren't free. You pay decent amount of money. You might pay $10, $15 for that service, but those who want it, it's available. So the business lesson that I'm trying to get across to you guys is add value, charge money, take money. But if you add less value and still charge money, that no-go. That is a no-go. So if you promise to do X, Y, Z, and you charge that money, but you don't deliver X, Y, Z, that is, in my opinion, a no-go. Don't do that. Okay? Ideally speaking, you promise to add X, Y, Z value, but when you're delivering, you over-deliver. So you give X, Y, Z, LMNOP, right? So you give more to the person rather than giving less. Impress them. And I think that Dubai real estate really needs this as well. Like a lot of brokers, agents, realtors who are working in the Dubai real estate market, we've got to go a little bit above and beyond what we're promising. I'm not saying that you should become like a butler, because there are cases where people will end up calling you and say, hey, this is true story. One of my mentors, he did a transaction for somebody, and then they go away to buy a ladder in some way off mall, and then call him to come and help them with the ladder to get it back home. And that's not what a real estate agent's supposed to do. But, when it comes to real estate, when it comes to helping them invest better, when it comes to getting the information back to them super fast, you're supposed to be doing that. So, ideally speaking, what's supposed to happen is you say you're going to do this, but then you over-deliver, okay? So that's the lesson I wanted to share with you guys. I think about this, adding value, delivering more. Perhaps you can do that in the area that you're working in. Remember to hit the like, subscribe, and bell icon. Share some love in the comment section. Ciao for now. Oh, by the way, we are on Spotify. So if you want to hear more and similar content, check us out. Check me out on Spotify. Bye for now.